Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today we're creating another Christmas card. I know Christmas in July is just continuing on. We're getting our Christmas cards done early. We're doing this in 5 easy steps, and we're using a die set designed by Yana Smakula. She designed the most beautiful Christmas cracker ever, so we're going to be using this on our card today. I do want to mention that later on down the line, I'm also going to be creating another die set that she created called Shadow Joy. So pretty. So keep a lookout for that video too. Let's jump in and get started in our 5 easy step process. We're going to start off with step number 1 and create our focal point, which of course will be the beautiful Christmas cracker. I was gifted a Christmas cracker and I was so excited about that. I was never had one before. I actually had to Google what it meant, and it's such a fun thing. I just love it. We're going to create some pink ones today. So I have some pink cardstock, a light and a dark, and we're going to die cut out our cracker. And we will do that. We also have the shadow piece that we're going to die cut out also. And we're going to do some foliage. For my pine needles, I have some dark green cardstock. I don't use this very often, but I thought today would be a great day. This is Spellbinders Forest cardstock. We'll cut 3 of these out here. And then we also have, this is a berry branch that I'm going to die cut out with some peridot cardstock, which I need to get. I don't have a scrap small enough for that one, but I'll die cut out 3 of those. I'm also going to die cut out my berries. I want some sparkle on my card, so there's a front and a back to the berries, but I'm just going to die cut out the front. I'm using some silver glitter cardstock, and I think I don't need the backing for that. This piece here are the bows to the cracker, Christmas cracker, and then I'm going to die cut out this once with the glitter, once with white cardstock, because we're going to mix and match. I'll do 2 sets of those. And then I'm also going to take this holly leaf and we're going to cut this out with white cardstock. I will do all my die cutting and we'll make some crackers. We're going to do a little bit of ink blending now. So first I'm going to bring my craft mat in, and I have some of my green ink. This is just my Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated Pine ink. And we're going to add just some green highlights to our holly. I'm also going to add some darker green highlights to my pine needles. The pine needles, it's going to be really hard to see, but just adding a little bit of darker effect is nice. And then I'm also going to add a little ink to my the berry branches. Okay, before we put the craft mat away, this is my cracker. Okay, and I die cut out another one with white cardstock. Now I thought we'd put a little print on our cardstock. Even though it has a beautiful detail, I just want to doctor this up a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is use the little diamonds as a template, and I'm going to layer it over my cracker here. I'm going to bring in a dark pink ink, and using a finger dauber, we're going to just go and add some color right over the top. That wasn't very good. So you can see the diamonds on here. We're just going to create a pattern. This part doesn't have to be perfect, but I do just love to have a little bit of a print on here. Like this. And we'll do one more down here on the bottom. And I'm going to I'm going to shift my template a little bit and add some to the very end too. This way it's all covered. There we go. So now we have a cute little print on these cute little presents. Okay, I'm going to flip over this and we're going to add some glue on the very edge. Just a thin bead of glue here. And I do want to mention that this piece here I also die cut out with white cardstock. I didn't share that when I was doing my die cutting, but these little pieces have the little scalloped edge, which is an option. You don't have to put it on there, but it sure does look cute. And then I'll flip this around and we'll add it to this end. And then I'm just going to add more glue here. And then we can layer this right over the top here, sandwiching them together. What's nice is the back side's nice, so you could actually make a little tag out of this if you wanted to. Okay, we're going to add little dots of glue to the berries. And then we're also going to add a line of glue where the bow goes on the cracker. And then I die cut out those the bands for the cracker with silver and white cardstock. And we are going to put white for the bands and then a dot of glue, and then we'll add the silver bow. I did want to bring in a little bit of sparkle, and I think the bow adds just the right amount. Okay, and then for the berries, of course, I love that there's different sizes and you can mix and match them. I'll just add these. So we have 3 sets of berries, 2 crackers, 2 holly leaves, and 3 pine needles. So all of this will be our focal point. I'm going to zoom back out, and then we are going to, okay, now we're going to move along to step number 2, and we're going to create our home panel. For my home panel, we're bringing in the scalloped and stitched edge ovals die set. I love the daintiness of this. And we are going to die cut out a couple of ovals. The second to the largest we'll cut out with vellum, and this is Spellbinders vellum, so it's a thinner vellum. And then I'm also going to take the next size down that has the stitch detail, and I'm going to cut out an oval with that. I'm going to use my tape runner, and we're just going to adhere both of these together. I always like to add just a little bit of vellum. It just adds the right amount of softness to your card projects. Okay, let's put some foam tape behind our Christmas crackers. I'm just going to add one, and I thought we would add them to this bottom corner. Kind of do a little crisscrossing with them. And then we're going to arrange our florals in here. Let's add a little glue and do some tucking. And then I'm going to use my scissors and trim down the holly, and we're going to add a little glue behind here, and we're going to tuck this under here also. I'll do the same with this one. So now we have our home panel and our focal point. We're going to move along to step number 3 and create our greeting. I'm bringing in some white cardstock, and in our die set here there is a greeting with a banner, and I'm going to take this and just die cut this out with some white cardstock. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my home panel. I did put foam tape on the left side here because the right side we can add, maybe we'll add some adhesive. Okay, and then we can tack this down. Let's tack this down here. That's our greeting. Now we're going to move along to step number 4 and create our background. For my background today, I thought we would go really simple. Usually when there's a lot going on, for the background, the simpler the better. And well, I wouldn't, maybe this is not so simple. It's going to look simple. I'm using a stencil. This is the brick wall stencil from Hero Arts. And we are going to add a little bit of texture paste over a panel that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, let me bring in my craft mat. Okay, and I'm using a Ranger texture paste. This is Opaque matte. Okay, this dries really quickly, and I like the texture of it, and I like the fact that you can tint it too. Let's go ahead and just add a little bit of texture paste, not over the entire background. We're just going to do it messy. Just add a little bit of texture paste here and there. And I kind of like the rustic look of this. That's all there is to that. You don't need very much at all. I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. And you can see I hit and missed areas. Give it a, I mean, this is a very rustic look, but I really like that. So nice. Okay, I'll let this dry and I will clean this off and I will be right back. I went ahead and adhered this to the front of my card base. Wonderful. Okay, and then all we have left to do is add our home panel. And because I like dimension, I'm going to pop this up. Of course, you know the drill. You don't have to, if you don't like a lot of dimension, completely skip the foam tape. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to move along to step number 5, and that means it's time to embellish. Since there is a lot going on, all I'm going to do is bring in my Spellbinders Glaze and Glue, and I'm going to go over the berries. The cardstock that I used for the berries is Spellbinders Treasured cardstock, and it's a no shed. So this is basically all this is going to do is just give me dimension to those berries there. Wonderful. It looks like I toned down my silver glitter cardstock, but believe it or not, this will dry clear and it's just going to make it pop. And that will finish off my card project today. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, a lovely rest of your week, or a lovely rest of your weekend, depending on when you watch this. But I have some more fun projects to share with you. And again, keep a lookout for that video for this one. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.